Hi guys, let's talk about public transport in LA. So my transport situation is I have not rented a vehicle out here, so I've been using public transport to get around, so I've got a pretty good insight of the realities. Obviously LA is known like worldwide for the freeways and the constantly being traffic and people constantly being stuck in traffic. The reason that I chose not to rent a vehicle out here is because I want to actually see things. I don't want to be stuck in a car all the time. I want to be walking. I want to be having human interactions with people and to be involved with the community that live here as much as possible. And that means talking to people, experiencing things, experiencing real life outside of the safety of a car. So that was just my personal choice. Right, so let's get going. What I'd say about the tube stations in comparison to London, bear in mind I am coming from London, a little bit sketchy. I was a little bit disappointed. You go down either a number of stairs or a huge kind of elevator, I believe they're called. You go basically down far into the ground, and when you get down there it's extremely dark and it's extremely isolating. There are no staff, so that was a big difference what I realised immediately from London. In London you have so many members of staff to help tourists, to help people with mobility problems, people who might not speak the language. There's always somebody to ask in London. There was no staff whatsoever, so you've just got the map that's on the wall and yourself. Now the maps that they have here, because it's such a complicated underground line here, it's really difficult to understand, and I'm not being funny, but I'm quite educated, and I was like, what? Again, if you go online and you put in your destination stops and then you put in the tube map, it is very complicated, because it's basically like LA is a number of cities which were built individually, which they are now trying to link together. So they each have their own like kind of metro station line, and nothing really joins up properly like how it should, or joins up easily, like say in comparison to the London system or to somewhere like New York. It makes it very difficult to get around here. I'll be honest, I didn't feel safe. I think it's quite isolating down there, and I would only recommend taking the underground in LA if you're going somewhere which doesn't require you to change stops, because what I found a lot of the time was you would have to change stops several times to get onto different trains, then to get onto buses, then to walk places to find the bus stop, then to walk to another place to find the tube station. I was just like, whoa. Not only was it taking a massive amount of time, it was very hard not to get lost, and like I say, a lack of staff. So there's a lack of help. You don't know who you can help, who's going to genuinely help you, who's going to try and sell you stuff. It was, yeah. On the flip side to that, I would say my experiences on the buses was great. It's like $1.75 to go anywhere. Very straightforward and easy to use. Again, if you're using a bus that is, if you're going somewhere that's in the same neighbourhood where you're based, then that's when I'd recommend taking the bus. If you're just getting on one bus and it's going from point A to point B. Personally, I'm not a fan of changing buses or tubes several times to get to a destination and then having to walk between those stops as well. It is just long. And if you are going to use the bus in LA, because everything is so far apart, and then you've also got this problem with there being so many cars on the road, what you'll find is if you were going to do a journey that would take 1 hour in the car, to take 3 buses there, you're looking at 3 to 4 hours. Like, I'm not even exaggerating, you're looking at a whole day. So if you're an actor, or if you're somebody that has things to do, you need to do a number of things in that same day, that's just not going to work for you, because you're just not going to be able to get to places on time. You're not going to be able to fit as much as you could within your day. But then again, you know, if where possible, I would say to walk places, because if you're on Hollywood Boulevard, for example, and you're there in the night time, then to drive it could take you 15 minutes to get from one side to the other. But if you're doing that same journey in the car in the daytime, it could take you anywhere up to an hour and a half, 2 hours. So you've got to weigh up what time of day you're going to be going, and whether you're going to be in the same neighbourhood and how much time you have and how much money you have as well. The transport that I've been using the most has been a mixture of Uber Pool and Lyft Pool. I've been using both of those. I would recommend that you get both apps, because both of those will charge you slightly differently, and it's not that one company is cheaper than the other, because they will both keep systematically changing their prices, like dependent on a range of things. So what I've been doing is putting in where I'm going to and putting it in on both apps, and then going with whichever company is giving me the cheapest deal at that time. If there's been places where I need to get to a meeting with an agent, with a manager, or I've needed to get to a networking event and it's been critical that I get there on time, then I've been paying that extra just to have the taxi to myself. But again, if you can plan your time in advance, then I would recommend getting the pool, because it will be a fraction of the cost. And what I've benefited the most out of the pool is the amount of people that you meet in there. You meet a range of different people from all different kinds of career perspectives, lifestyles, and it has been great. It's been so eye-opening. People will recommend places for you to go, things for you to do. I've actually met a few friends by doing the Uber and Lyft pools, and industry connections too, which I would not have met if I would have been driving in my own vehicle, or on the bus, or on the underground, or taking the taxi as an individual. So I would highly recommend the pooling system if you're going to be here maybe for a short time, or while you're figuring out which areas that you want to live, and you know what amenities or what things you need to be close by in relation to your day job and whichever career you're chasing out here. So yeah, and then obviously Uber and Lyft are both extremely safe. I've always felt safe, I've always felt comfortable. There's been no situation that has been at all dodgy. It's been an absolute dream. 10 out of 10 for those services. So yeah, that is my review on my public transport situation out here and the experiences that I've had. If you found that useful, please like it, share it with friends, share it with people who are also thinking of coming out to LA or who are currently in LA. If you've got any questions, comments, do let me know in the comment box below, and I will be back next week, so please do subscribe. Thank you.